Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Amnesia: The Dark Descent. Blind. I don't quite remember what I was doing the last time, so let's quickly check the mementos. Find the key that unlocks the door leading to the machine room. Oh, I actually think I did find it already. So let's go back. So I'm pretty sure I explored this last time. He panted heavily, trying his best to keep himself from screaming. The medicine cabinet has been overturned and lay collapsed on the floor. He reached through the broken glass door and grabbed all the sedatives he could find. I still don't understand what those text fragments are supposed to represent. Because they are written in a third person, so it's like an account of something that happened to someone else. So I'm not entirely sure how that relates to the protagonist's story. I'm pretty sure I was in the study as well, but let's just quickly... Professor Taylor was the second death caused by his damned curiosity. Yeah, I was here, right? I'm pretty sure of that. Yeah, this is with the broken window. Okay, so the strange letter frightened him, but it was also the only one which offered some comfort. So I guess I am going to the machine room because I don't think there's anything else for me to do. Right. Was I here? Yeah, I was. This is the wait, was I here? He flipped through the Book of Monarchs, looking for etchings and counted. 9 different kings from all over Europe had been depicted with an orb resting in their hands. Okay, this is actually pretty interesting, because it seems to imply that... again, I'm not sure where I got that information from, or like how am I supposed to relate it to the protagonist's story, but it seems to imply that the orb that was described has something to do with like royalty. It's like a symbol of power. Find a way to start the engine that powers the elevator. The darkness in the storage feels strange and unnatural. Oh, it's a drill part. Oh, I can't. Interesting. Okay, I'm dead. Unless I can run. It isn't a particularly fast monster. I will return in a moment. I just need a bit to... Sir William Smith had been marked. There was no way for him to know that a young man from the other day cast such a terrible shadow. Can they follow me through doors? They can't. I need a moment to rest and like recover my sanity, because it seems I can't light torches in the storage room, which is definitely kind of interesting. Few cuts and bruises. Slight headache. Okay, I don't think it's probably not going to get any better. part of a broken hand drill.
Don't forget your bag, Daniel.
I won't, Herbert.
There is no shame in using a parasol in the desert. As it happens, it's imperative to your survival.
But it looks ridiculous.
The shame will hurt much less than dying, I assure you.
Okay, so that's a memory from that expedition to the desert, but I'm unsure what was that triggered by? Anyway, let me return to here. He panted heavily, trying his best to keep himself from screaming. The medicine... Oh, wait, this repeats! He grabbed all the sedatives he could find. I saw that already? And it was actually just a few minutes ago, so I don't quite understand what's going on.
Let me go! I won't tell anyone, I swear! I just want to go home! No! Get away from me! Leave me alone!
Okay, but I'm also sort of curious about, because I understand me reliving my own memories, but, does the fact I seem to remember a lot about the victims of Alexander, does that mean that, because I was working with him for a time, so yeah, what I'm wondering right now is how complicit is the protagonist in whatever Alexander has been doing? Because it might be that I actually helped him do a lot of those horrible things, and now it's all coming back to me, and that would be a good explanation for the protagonist wanting to forget that, because to be honest, that would make him a right scumbag, because he chose to forget. If that is true, let's assume that for a second, he would choose to forget his own involvement in whatever fucked up stuff Alexander has been doing, and yet he left himself specific instructions to kill Alexander. So it's not only that he freed himself from the guilt, he also specifically wanted to punish Alexander for what he has done, but it might be that I was doing that as well. That would be an interesting plot development, to be sure. Machine parts, partes machinam. The rubble from a cave-in is hindering further passage in the storage. Find a way to get through. Okay, but I'm pretty sure... Oh, there's still this. The valve has rusted shut. Okay, a bunch of shovels. Picked up a drill part. Some items can be combined in the inventory tab. Drop one onto the other. Okay. can't assemble the drill yet. You need to find all the parts first. Sensible enough. Primarium? Oh, primary, yeah. Primary what? Secondary. Secundarium. But again, secondary what? I don't quite understand. There's like a woman crying. A small carpenter's drill. Carpenter's drill. So I have to drill wood with that, I guess. Which I can perhaps drill the barrels to release whatever liquid is inside. Like if I drill it, you know, higher than the valve is. But that's like probably not the best. Can I? Okay, so I can gather something. Picked up a. It's filled with one of 2 ingredients for creating the explosive mixture, but I don't think I know that yet. So that's a bit weird that the game, like I was just doing that because I assumed, and probably correctly, that it's used for something. So where's the other? I picked up explosive, a highly volatile mixture, so it's probably used to destroy the rubble. But I think there's still one door. Yeah, this one. Okay, let's try the mixture on the rubble. Although, to be honest, that seems like a good way to get killed. Like, don't stand too close to the blast while the explosive goes off. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. But do I need to prime it? Like, do I need to light like a fuse or? Because now I'm worried it's going to blow in my face. Don't set the explosion off before you are safely out of blast area. But how am I even going to do that? It's not like I have a remote detonator. So, what? Unless it wants me to go further away and it's going to blow up on its own. Like, I'm going to... I'm a bit worried that if I leave altogether, something might break. Okay, I am rather confused about what the game is expecting me to do right now. But what do you mean, do not set it off? Like, I don't have a detonator for that. I will leave. Maybe it wants me to leave the area altogether, although that would be kind of weird. Okay, Professor Taylor was the second death caused by his damned curiosity. Again, it repeats. Okay, I'm rather confused about how am I supposed to set it off. It didn't blow up, at least I don't think it did, because there was no audible explosion as I left the area. Once again, this repeats. It's kind of weird. How am I supposed to set it off? Like, would throwing a rock at it work? Because it was said it is a highly volatile mixture. But, you know, I think there are materials that would blow up if you would, like, well, I don't even think, I know that. You know, that's how firecrackers work, basically. You know, they work on friction. If you throw them on the ground hard enough, so it is theoretically possible, and that's pretty much the only idea I have. Yeah, and I guess that was it.
Why are you doing this? Get away from me!
Yeah, I think I must have been complicit in whatever Alexander was doing, because that would make the story a lot more interesting. Because if I was not, then what sort of conflict even is there in the story? Like, then it would be like, he's obviously evil, and I'm obviously not, because I'm trying to stop him. But if I was complicit in that, as I said, I would say, in a way, it might make me more evil, because I was trying to conceal that fact even from myself. Food storage. Receptaculum escam. Moldy bread. Machine parts. Pig carcasses. Are those eyes? Kind of look like it. Pig eyes are actually quite big. Oh, okay. How about get out? I wonder what's the sort of attention radius of those monsters. They kind of look like zombies. Okay, I don't think it's following me. Did it even leave the room? If not, it's going to be quite awkward when I open the door. To be honest, it's not a particularly good idea to stay here, because if it comes in, I'm basically trapped. But it seems to be content to stay in there for the time being, so maybe just let it. And
Please, I'm begging you.
although I would like to get in that room because there might be notes or journals in there. So how do I do this? I guess I need to open the door and let it run after me for a bit. Oh, it's actually fast. It's actually quite a lot faster than I gave it credit for. It might actually kill me right now because okay, the game said I'm not supposed to look at them. Like, it said that if I look at them, it's easier for them to notice me. It seems there's nothing of interest in here, so I can just carry on. Machine parts. Okay, that very much looked like magic to me. And I can interact with the flame. Oh, I guess interacting with the flame is the protagonist puts his hand into the flame, which is like pretty stupid. I wasn't expecting him to do that. Machine parts storage. A case of a missing rod. If a full set of 3 rods is unavailable, there is 1 rod in the inner study rooms, which might work in case the elevator breaks down again. Unless it's absolutely necessary, always use the spare rods in storage before using a mended one. So I have 3, right? Yeah, I have 3 of them. Okay, so I guess I'm going to the machine room now. Although, I am kind of curious about this. Like, what's the purpose of this flame? It almost looks to me like I should, you know, I should like smelt something in here or something like that. But it doesn't tell me yet, so worst case scenario, I will have to return. Okay, I should be able to outrun it, right? Which I know is not the way that the game intends me to play, but... Oh, okay, that's a bit more problematic. To be entirely honest, oh, I guess I'm... Is it because I'm in low sanity? Or did it literally change into blood? You know what? It might have... Oh, there's an additional body. Okay, so it might have literally turned into blood. Because... I haven't noticed that before, but there are like canals that lead like from the fountain or into the fountain, so that would kind of maybe make sense as a sacrificial place, because you would bleed the person into this and then the blood would like flow somewhere, which I assume that somewhere is to the inner sanctum, because like it's strongly implied that Alexander needs blood specifically for something. Like my money is on him being some sort of a vampire, and that he feeds on human life. I wonder, do I insert the rods somewhere over here, or... I guess that would be the engine. Which, there is the machine room right here, and I have a key for that. The text started to repeat, which is a bit weird and also a bit annoying. Because I read that already, about the 9 different kings with 9 different orbs.
I have to get out of here. 5th of July, 1839. Today I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may, in fact, have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
Pressure. Adequatio pressus. Right, that's... there was a note about the adequate pressure needed for the elevator to work, so I will refresh my memory on that. However, it's a bit annoying that there's no candle or anything to light right here. So I'm not sure if my sanity is degrading. Like, is this area dark enough? I guess just to be sure, let's stand in the light while I read the note. Because it was the note... elevator machine instructions, I think? Yeah, the meters should read up 8 and down 8. Okay, so this will probably take me a while, but basically I need to equalize it. Yeah, I definitely am losing sanity by standing in that place, which is a bit annoying. Like, I feel, you know, the puzzle in itself should be sufficient challenge without the need to retreat every couple seconds to stand in the light. Okay, let's go like, I don't know, 2, that's 5, 8, and that would be 6, and, no, that's 5. Okay, that's not going to work. So, I don't know, let's go 2, that's 3 for down, that's 8. Okay, this isn't going to work either. I lost all of my... Okay, this is actually quite annoying because it's going to be difficult to see. I lost all of my oil. So that's 5. Okay. Flow is even and stable. So I guess it did equalize. But where do I insert the rods? There is no oil left in the lantern.
Everything is gone. 14th of July, 1839. I've read every book I can find on the subject. While rich in legend and hearsay, my knowledge is lack for the insight I crave. I've sent letters to many in Herbert's address book and received answers of varying importance. Today, I got one which differed greatly from the others. From a baron in Prussia. He said nothing about the quaint stories of priests in underground temples. He didn't even mention them. He simply wrote, "I know. I can protect you. Come to Brennenburg Castle. Signed, Alexander." What am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me? I looked up Brennenburg and traced it to the Prussian woods near the Baltic Sea. While being the least informative letter I've received, it causes me greatest distress and interest. As I write, my thoughts are drawn to my nightmares in which a most disturbing sound calls to me. A sound defying description. A voice from the void. The last few weeks have been awful, with so many sleepless nights dreading a repeat of those horrid dreams. Tomorrow, I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, in hope that he can provide me with sedatives to help me sleep.
Machine equipment memo. Note that there are only 2 spare rods left in the storage for the elevator machinery. Make sure to only discard the ones which are badly damaged and keep the others in the inner study rooms in case all 3 would crack again. Okay, I happen to have all 3. So they have symbols on it. Flow cycle, 4-phase amplitude, Trinity. Okay, so if I were to guess, I would say a Trinity steam rod belongs in the triangle slot. Yeah, right, because of the number of sides. And the 4-phase amplitude rod belongs in the rectangle. And then you have this one, flow cycle. All rods are in place. So I need to fire the engine now, right? For the elevator.
July 1839. How has this escaped me? They're all dead. Limbs scattered, heads split down the middle, their skin flayed as if boiled. I feel like I'm falling into myself. What's happening? Sir William Smith, Professor Taylor, now Dr. Tate. Is it following me? How can it not be? It's the damn thing I brought from Africa. Something is after me. I have no choice but to trust the Baron. He better know what he claims. If he is wrong, I suspect he'll regret it as well.
There's nothing in the burner for it to ignite. Okay, so I need to find some fuel. The machinery needs more work before it will run. What kind of fuel? Probably coal, right? Yeah, I do think those are lumps of coal. Let's try throwing that in the burner. The burner needs more coal. Fair enough. The burner is now full of coal. Okay, so let's start it. Let's also stand in the light for a bit because I'm losing my mind. machinery needs more work. There are missing cogwheels to be fitted. Okay. There were some cogwheels, like in the storage room. Oh, I guess, but they're probably around this room. It would be pretty cruel for the game to expect me to go all the way back to the storage room and find cogwheels there. But you know, if the push comes to shove, I will do that, but first let's explore a little bit closer. I think there were some along the way, possibly as well. Yeah. I think there's one more, apart from this one. Yeah, there's one more here, right? I will try to run the machine just to be certain, but I think one is still missing. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I think it literally works now. Okay, so that's the only way I can go into the elevator. But I will go down next time because this episode has been long enough. So that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.